The world is changing, and along with it, the global trade environment. In fact, worldwide intermodal shipping is anticipated to increase at double-digit rates annually for the next 20 years. It's an alarming growth rate in intermodal traffic that exceeds worldwide gross domestic product, almost 12 to 15% growth every year through 2020. The staggering intermodal shipping growth from the Far East, such as India, Malaysia, Southeast Asia, and especially China, has become overwhelming. So much so, it's estimated that another 2 million container trips will be added each year from Asia to the United States.
This is the KTLA Morning News, First Edition.
The congestion in the port is costing millions of dollars to companies every day. Retailers are struggling to get their products off the ships and onto the shores. The ships are lined up for miles. Residents report sightings from Palos Verdes all the way to Huntington Beach. The normal turnaround time for these cargo vessels is 3 days. At times, the congestion has been so bad, some ships have been diverted to the Port of Oakland or Mexico.
This explosion in import traffic has already started to cause costly delays on smaller Gulf and East Coast ports as they stretch to keep up. Now, all-water service is very much in demand as an alternative to congested West Coast ports that receive and transfer to intermodal rail carriers to reach the U.S. market. However, even with aggressive infrastructure improvements, these eastern and Gulf ports are at capacity and simply won't be able to handle all the increasing demand. And there's more congestion coming. There is simply not enough room, not enough people, and not enough trains to keep up. Even efforts to extend hours of operation to nights and weekends can only partially relieve this unmanageable congestion and inevitable growth. But soon, there will be a brilliant alternative to the growing gridlock of this global conveyor belt. An innovative solution that not only helps unclog these vital arteries of commerce, but that will bring powerful benefits to importers, exporters, and shippers that will directly impact their bottom line. It is truly an idea whose time has come. And it's not just a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And it's happening now in America's heartland. Introducing the Heartland Intermodal Complex. This world-class international port complex not only represents the ideal alternative to the growing West Coast bottleneck, it will lead the way in shifting the paradigm of container traffic moving through rivers and inland ports. Why do we need a port complex in the population center of the United States? In order to answer this question, we must first examine the destination of these containers. The corridor from Chicago to Columbus to Western Pennsylvania is considered the hottest market for distribution centers by real estate investment trusts and large box developers today. Why? Because that is the low-cost logistics center of where the U.S. population lives. The most central location in this corridor is a 50-mile radius around Columbus, Ohio, where a distribution center can reach 60% of the U.S. and Canadian population, or more than 150 million people in just one trucking day. This efficiency produces cost savings and increases supply chain velocity. For this very reason, the Heartland Intermodal Complex is located at this center-of-the-nation location. This one-of-a-kind port complex is based on a two-site concept. Shipments will arrive via the Ohio River at our 35-acre Queensgate Terminal in Cincinnati. From there, cargo is moved by rail 60 miles to the 1,000-acre Central Ohio Logistics Center, complete with a magnificent master-planned industrial park. From there, the cargo is just one trucking day away. Capable of handling both bulk and containerized cargo, Heartland will be constructed in 3 phases, dictated by market demand. Phase 1 will be the kickoff phase, consisting of bulk and limited intermodal. Phase 2 is the full start of intermodal services, which will tie the Queensgate Terminal to the Central Ohio Logistics Center via direct rail with 1 train per week. The Heartland Port Complex was designed with its own ICTF in place from the beginning. Phase 3 will include the complete intermodal capacity of 200,000 TEUs per year, meaning a double-stack unit train per day to the Central Ohio Logistics Center from the Queensgate Terminal, with empties and full agriculture containers coming back southbound. So what does this all mean? By co-locating the inbound imported merchandise for distribution with the shuttle train going back to the river, Heartland solves one of the largest problems carriers deal with today: empty containers in the center of the U.S. In fact, this unique port complex perfectly matches the international logistics supply chain. Having an ocean terminal for imported containerized cargo, co-located with the premier outbound logistics location in the United States, represents a true best practices supply chain solution. But the Heartland Intermodal Complex isn't just good news to the shipping industry. It means a real boost to the Ohio economy. More than $250 million is expected to be invested in the two sites over a 10-year build-out phase, resulting in the direct creation of more than 1,500 construction-oriented jobs. Ultimately, when fully developed, approximately 3,000 high-paying jobs will be filled. Upon completion of Phase 3, the total dollar throughput is estimated at more than $4 billion a year. When you add it all up, it's no wonder the idea of inland ports has become so popular. Supporters include the U.S. Coast Guard and the Army Corps of Engineers, MARAD, which is a part of the Department of Transportation with authority over inland waterways, has created a short sea shipping task force. And the Journal of Commerce is holding annual seminars on the subject starting this year. The Heartland Intermodal Complex packs the 1-2 punch of the Queensgate Terminal at Cincinnati and the 1,000-acre Central Ohio Logistics Center and Industrial Park at Columbus, Ohio, in America's heartland. All just one truck day away from 60% of the entire U.S. and Canadian marketplace.